back of that month.
All right, everybody, it's Friday. Little Red's loaded up. I meant to do a time lapse. I forgot. I was rushing. I wanted to get it done. But she's loaded up. Everything's packed in. I gotta grab the jack. Be dumb to leave that here. Considering I gotta change tires. Everything's in there. GoPros, all that stuff's there. So should be good. I think we're gonna be all set. Double checking everything. I have everything, so we should be good. So the next clip will be coming into OSW and we'll start prepping her. I did bring my speaker this time so I can rock out while I get stuff ready. And yeah, that'll be it. So I'll see y'all at OSW. All right, everybody. So it's already teched. We're good to go. Angie and the girls and Tyler and Joe are coming in right now. Angie's gonna be getting a tech bracelet so we can get some start line video. Oh, one of them's getting a tech bracelet. Both of them are on the list, so I don't care which one. But someone's getting a bracelet so we can get video. Track should be going hot shortly. It's test and tune, but it's also test night for a Mopar event that's tomorrow. So there is a crap load of Mopars here. It's pretty badass. A lot of cool cars. But it's gonna be a busy night, so hoping to get a handful of passes in. First pass is gonna be on the same tune that we had for the test hit the other night. And yeah, so let's get after it. All right, guys, we're in staging, waiting. They're running the street class, and they're gonna prep, and then they'll get to the other groups. So we got a little bit of time, but gonna eat some food in a little bit. But first pass went really well. It was mile an hour and out the back door, and I wanted to make sure that the brakes, which I haven't tested at a high mile an hour, were gonna give me plenty of room to stop. They did. I'm comfortable with it, so now we're gonna go back out, and we did run a new personal best. I'll tell you that I only gained 6 mile an hour from the 8th to the quarter. That's all I'm telling you. I'll tell you it's a new personal best, but we only gained 6 mile an hour to let you know how much I let out. I did adjust the launch retard. Hopefully it'll pop and bang a little bit, build a little more boost on the leave. It left on 4. And I upped the duty 15%. So keep my foot down and it leaves on a little bit more. Hopefully a 60 foot a little bit better. I made a shock adjustment, try and squat the car a little bit better. So if everything works smoothly, this might be the pass that we want. So we'll see. All right, everybody, I really don't have to get much closer than that. I wiped this pan completely out before I started draining the fluid. So this is all most definitely new. And it looks like the damn Galaxy up in here, which means probably burnt the clutches. Now you see this pretty fluid that looks like oil. If it was oil, that'd be a decent shade. However, for transmission fluid that goes in almost purple, that's no bueno. Trans is coming out. Fuck.
Hi, Dad.
What's up, bros? Say hi, everybody. Apparently she's shot. So, it is Sunday morning, and as you might have noticed, the car is sitting a little funny. What did we take out of the car?
The turbo.
No, turbo's right there.
What?
So what do we take out of the car? What's on the floor right there?
I don't know what this is.
The transmission.
A transmission or something? Whatever.
Yeah, so we pulled I pulled the transmission out yesterday while they were playing. Converters over here on the floor, behind her, there. I'm still terrible at this whole pointing thing.
We got a tire.
Yes.
On the floor.
The skinny's up here. Chloe's using a radial as a chair so she can eat her breakfast. I just cleared off.
Videos?
If you paid attention, you'd know that. I cleared off the table. Trans is going up there. We're taking it apart. Probably going to time lapse it while they're outside playing and drawing and doing all their fun. Like I said, I'm probably going to time lapse it. I'll find somewhere to put the phone because time lapse will allow me to play music while I time lapse, and then I'll adjust it in there. But yeah, let's get it apart. The yellow plastic bags.
Oh. Like the ones that you get at like.
Yes, the ones from the dollar store up the street. All right, so first thing, taking the pan off. That's a lot of material. Don't worry about this gasket. I have a whole new gasket kit, so that's gonna get replaced. This is the second time I've taken this trans apart, so it's time for new gaskets anyways. This is just one of them cheapy cork things. That's it. So yeah, there is a large abundance of clutch material in here. A couple of chunks, but nothing that deems to look like gear. Everything in here looks solid. So this all looks pretty good. I don't see anything. Like I said, it still went into gear. Yeah, it literally just dropped a chunk of clutch material. So I'll go back to time-lapsing, but I figured I'd show you where we're at. All right, so as you can see, we have it apart. I will have a time-lapse video, or that's what you just watched. So for what I can see right now, this is the reverse gear pack. These all look fine. This is my first gear pack. That looks fine. And my band looks okay. There's no like discoloration. Like it got hot. So, but we do have this giant pile of debris. I'm gonna be asking someone because I don't feel like that's right. I don't feel like that's supposed to be there. Which is why we took it all apart. Thankfully, the Power Glide is easy enough to take apart, put back together, all that fun stuff. You can see my low cache or lock something, I don't know. But that's super nifty. Clips in. Works great. It's a locking dipstick, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, everything else looks fine. This all looks good. I don't see anything. The bearings in here look fine. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, everybody. So, in here, the bearing back there in the back of the housing looks pretty rough. The bearing in the front of the pump, which I already have over here, that looks pretty rough. The shaft doesn't look bad, but I think that's bearing material from these getting crap kicked out of them. In this piece here, which is this back pump, you can see it had material all over it, and the stuff in there is not looking all that pretty either. So I'm thinking these bearings in here, you can see there's something in there. Looks like it dragged a groove in that bearing on both sides, this one and the one in there. So something got fudged up in the bearings. I'm pretty sure that's bearing stuff. So I'm gonna contact FTI and see how much it's gonna be to put new bearings. All right, this bearing, if my camera will focus, come on, looks smoked. And this surface in here does not look very happy. So I think the pump was going out. Like, it has this line, but I can't really feel that. And like, there's no real discoloration or anything. I mean, there's discoloration, but it's not blue or anything. Shaft looks fine. All right, everybody. It's gonna be a short little clip. It's Sunday night, and this will probably be the outro to the video, but under the car, keep hitting my head on everything. I'm not in the best place. And drop my speaker on my head too. All right, so as you can see there, move the trans cooler back I have lines kind of in place, some dash 6 push lock lines. I was told they'll be fine. I'm told they might pop off. I'm gonna put a hose clamp on the end of the fittings anyways, just to be safe. Basically what was on there anyways, just braided instead of the black nylon, but should be fine. The lines are run all the way up there. You can see them hanging up there. I'm not plugging them in yet because I want to make sure I can pull them, not tight, but closer. I got a lot of slack in the front, and as you can see, I have a ton of slack right here. I did add this little filter into it, try and help from getting anything stuck in here, and then I'm gonna get a little fan here to push up, I think, or maybe pull down. Either way, I have the room in either location, and then this is just tied up to these fuel lines, and then these lines will just follow the fuel lines, which I already know are safe. Obviously, I haven't hit them yet, and it tucks next to the ladder bar going forward, and yeah. So tomorrow I'm bringing the Power Glide over to Greg at FTI, and he's gonna go through it, make sure that what I think is wrong with it is what's wrong with it, and we'll get some parts taken care of for that. Hopefully get it back in the next couple of days or something like that. I am taking a trip this weekend, so I won't get to do anything on the car after Thursday. Thursday night will be it. I probably won't even do anything on Thursday because I gotta be up really early on Friday. So, yeah, that'll be it. So, as always, get up, get after it. Comment, like, share, subscribe. All right, guys. So, as you can see, we have the new, whatever brand, Hack race spring. This is a 110 spring. Removing the hefty 175. Let me show you why we're switching springs. So this handy dandy 1/2-inch bar. So you can actually see and hear this shock working now. If we switch this out with this hefty bar, much less movement. Pretty sure this is just too aggressive for the car. I did, as you can see, I did lower it just a little bit. I wanted to get a little more extension out of it. Not that I need it, but with the 10-inch spring, I wanted a little more just in case. Worst case is I can move the brackets on the rear end to lift this back up to where I need it. But I don't need a ton of extension, but this gives me some. And then once it's all hooked in, I'll be able to see exactly how much extension I have, but the shock's working the way it's supposed to. So now we're gonna switch out this one.